Okay, hey. So it's been about a month since my last one of these. I would say like a little less than a month. And honestly, like I've made some leaps and bounds. So I kind of want to talk about it a little bit because I wanna flex because it's been a really, 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 really rough year. And I am getting better. So that's like really cool and very worthy. So I also just want to I don't know, I want to give myself a big pat on the back for the last month in recovery because the last month has genuinely been very good, and I have been very, 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 like, I might start crying about how well I've been doing, but I genuinely feel like I'm actually forming a healthy relationship with food. And honestly, what's crazy is that it started by actually developing strategies to feel my feelings, and that is one of anorexia's strategies, right? Is that it numbs you. Like when you don't eat, you can't feel anything, so it like numbs your emotions. And honestly, I've been doing a lot of strategies to help me feel my feelings. Like first and foremost, I used to like make up so many narratives about my feelings. Like I would either think that they were justified or not, and that is not helpful. And I would also like randomly let them interject my day and like kind of control my day, like they would randomly come up and then I would go into that spiral and I would consistently spiral. And one thing that's been really helpful is like really just not giving myself any pressure, to feel a certain way about any situation. Like I don't have to be in any certain spot about a situation. I can just kind of let myself and my actual like heart decide what I need. Corny, but like I don't need to feel pressure just because someone has expectations for how I should feel or has desires for what I should feel doesn't mean I have to feel that way. Big thing that I'm learning. Second, like telling yourself when you know, like, so say you're going through something and it's randomly interjecting your day all the time, and you notice that like you're having those thoughts consistently, like start to notice them. And when you start to notice them, it will feel shocking on how much it is, because obviously you don't catch yourself every single time, so it's going to be even more, you're thinking about it even more than you actually know. So it might feel disappointing or discouraging, or you might feel like, oh my god, I'm gone backwards, but you really haven't. You are just starting to actually notice it. And then putting a period of time for like a half an hour at night where you just journal about whatever situation is really on your mind, and it allows you to do it in a more organized fashion and in a way that feels a little bit more productive. And having it on paper makes it like you almost dealt with it in a way, like in some way, and it also isn't randomly taking up your day. So like your day is your time. And I used to feel like guilty for like setting aside like 30 minutes to talk about or like think about like things that were bothering me or situations I was upset about, because I thought it made me feel like I was having a pity party for myself, but I was actually just kind of having a very subtle pity party for myself all throughout the day, because it was randomly interjecting my day. So having your little pity party at night for 30 minutes by yourself is much better, and you also start to improve your day and your relationships that are going on throughout that day. So it's like overall a win. Like just decide a time to schedule journaling about whatever is really bothering you. Another thing that's been really helpful is, oddly enough, I joined this one Reddit thread that's been incredibly helpful. And it's specific to breakups, but it's really helpful because it's everyone's going through a breakup, and so you can start to like feel really annoying when you talk to your friends about it all the time. And also the friends that like are also going through a breakup, you like don't feel annoying, but also it's just like we can't really help each other, like we're both going through this. So talking to strangers online, and then also there's a lot of people who have gotten over the situations that they've been in, or at least like have perspective, and so they offer like really good advice or like can offer insight. And honestly, it's nice because a lot of people find themselves in situations that you might not even find yourself in at that current moment, but you eventually might find yourself in. Like, what if my ex contacts me on my birthday or something like that? And it's like, well, now you can think about it, and also you can discern what advice you think is good advice or bad advice. I saw so much bad advice on that thread, but I was able to be like, oh, that's bad advice, I would not do that. Or I would not advise someone to do that. And I think that was really helpful for like me personally. And I'm not on the thread anymore, but like honestly, if I suggest one thing, it's that. Another thing is like, I'm not like judging any process that I've been going through or any like what I've been doing. Stuff worked for me when it worked for me, and like different stuff is working now, and stuff might feel better now, and might feel more productive, but I've also had to go through those periods to get through them. I'm thinking specifically in the beginning, of the year, I just hung out with my friends all the time, and it's really easy for me to be like, right now, where I've like kind of gained a little bit of confidence back because I had no confidence. It's really easy for me to be like, wow, I was just hanging out with people to like get my confidence. It's like, yeah, I was. And I was hanging out with people to distract myself, and that's good because I needed that external validation of like I am worthy of having friends, and especially looking back now, it's so cool that people wanted to be my friend even when I was so sad all the time. So it's like, wow, okay, that's good. And I've been able to build up my confidence a little bit of my own. So I'm not judging my past self for like the way that I dealt with things. I think that's a really important thing. Is like I don't need to judge where I was. I just need to like think about what I'm doing now and what's helpful for me. A really super duper helpful thing was implementing one thing in my day that's solely for me, and it's a walk every single morning. I go for a walk at 7 a.m. every single morning because I noticed like so I always kind of had a routine. Like I would, work out and whatever, and I never stopped taking care of myself. I always showered. But what I noticed was that there was never one thing in my day that I would really, really, really look forward to, or like have in my day that was non-negotiable. And so now my walk is non-negotiable. I do it every single morning. And also what's really nice is that or one thing that I've been prioritizing is like I prioritize my day around me and like my needs first, and then others. Like I noticed my days would get so full because I was so much of a yes man, and I would let everything come on my plate. And then I would try to cover my needs, or then I would try to like journal or do whatever I needed to or wanted to do. And now I've kind of like switched that to prioritize myself, which has helped me build my confidence, which in turn allows me to like do it more. So it's like really like a feedback loop. Today was the first day since September that my treatment team did suggest a higher level of treatment. Yay. That's huge. I was sobbing about it earlier because it feels so good not to feel like a disappointment in recovery. Like that there's actually like people that are proud of me, and honestly like yeah, anyone can say they're proud of me, but like genuinely proud of me because of my actions, like, and the growth that I made. Like I don't know, I like wasn't making any progress or anything, and so for my doctor to be like, I'm proud of you, like, and not suggest a higher level of treatment for me just felt so 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 good, and was like actually the definition of like being proud of somewhere, you know what I mean, like, or like more authentic pride. And so that was a really awesome experience today. I'm skipping yoga tonight. I just genuinely really don't feel like going. I'm going home tomorrow, and I think it'll be good. I'm a little bit nervous about like the food sitch, but it'll be okay. I'm in a stable place, and honestly, I just kind of done feeling bad for myself. Like, yeah, I went through a really shitty year, but I'm like getting my confidence back, and I feel pretty good if we're honest. Last night, this guy at the restaurant hit on me, and like I didn't like immediately want to throw up, so that's good. Like, because normally when people were like flirting with me, I was like, you're disgusting, leave me alone. I also was projecting because I just lacked so much confidence. I was kind of like, why would you like me? Like, you must be gross if you like me. But yeah, so getting a little bit of my confidence back, I think, has been one of the main developments of the past month, and that's really awesome. Really, really, really freaking cool. Yeah. I feel pretty much at peace. I'm excited for second semester. I think it's gonna bring good stuff, and I think that I can kind of make sure I try to keep this zen in me, like, I don't know, I'm pretty happy with where I am right now, and I'm really proud of myself. Genuinely, because it feels like I've actually put in the work this time. Or at least I have the tools to do it. I don't know, I feel very, like, it feels, right now, feels different than in my recovery journey than the last year has felt at any point. I was honestly always at a battle with recovery, towing the line between a recovery and a relapse, and now I feel very I was always at the mercy of food, and I feel pretty free around it, which is cool. Okay, good night.